Jingliu. That's the story quest we're playing today. I'm excited to hop right into it. Quick reminder that we stream all this live over on Twitch. And if you want to add some time to a never-ending timer, come by and subscribe. This will start it, right? It looks more like a map. Is this a letter? Investigate. A letter quietly lies on the table in the passenger car. Judging from its texture and style, it's in the Xinjiao. On the paper, the names of the sender and the recipient are all omitted, with only a faint trace of dim ink vaguely visible. I'll open it. You unfold the letter, and the ink immediately becomes visible. It's as if an invisible hand holds the pen like a sword, making swift, decisive strokes. After a moment, the content regains its original appearance. I have learned of your return to your home, how you upended the ancient seas and saved the world from danger. I am sure this has recovered your forgotten memories. In accordance with your old vow, we should once again roam our lands of past, drink in celebration, and recount our great adventures.
Upend the ancient sea and return to old ground.
So weird to hear a main character voice.
It's a letter for Dan Heng, but who is it from?
Could be anybody.
I should ask the conductor.
Pom Pom, who is this letter from? Clouds leave no trace. Start. Have you seen this letter?
Heave ho! Heave ho! Huh? Trailblazer, do you need help with something?
Yeah, who's this letter from? Who sent the letter?
Pom-Pom's been cleaning up this whole time and didn't see any letters.
Okay, but aren't you the one, like, make sure nothing gets on the express unless it's, like, meant to be?
What?
Who's protecting us if you're not?
You're Pom-Pom like that! Why are there always strange things sneaking onto our train? Pom-Pom is going to upgrade the security level around here. What does the letter say?
It's been so long since I've heard this little creature's voice, by the way.
It looks like an invitation.
Kind of forgot how it sounded.
Who could have sent it? Does Dan Heng have any friends on the Law Fu? If Pom-Pom remembers correctly, he said he was exiled from there, right?
Right, I don't know how much Pom Pom knows about the lore that we just found out, like, a little bit ago. Friends, Jingyuan enemies, Blade.
I highly doubt Dan Heng's enemy would send an invitation letter.
Why don't you show Dan Heng the letter? You know where to find him.
Archives. He's in the nerd room, playing Valorant. Hi, buddy, how you feeling?
What is it? Do you need something?
Usually skip this part, but there's a letter for you. That's yours. Take it. Read it.
There's no signature, and it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them.
Why so serious?
Huh? Oh, I'm just thinking. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care.
So trying to make those connections. Sag. He feels bad for him. It's okay, buddy. I'm here for you no matter what. This music is always so jamming in the background in the middle of like emotional scenes. You good, bro? Appearance of this letter makes you feel uneasy. You evoke the cloud him, and a droplet of water condenses from the air and soaks into the letter. The handwriting disappears, and another line of writing blurs due to the water stain. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. The classic line.
Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting him leave first was a wise choice. I can't put him in danger again because of this.
He actually cares about us.
But if he didn't send the letter, then who did?
Jingliu. He doesn't know she's
Maybe
back.
I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight. I need to ask Jingyuan about the Stellaron hunters.
Little reunion again. Oh boy. Clouds leave no trace. Begin. Oh. Who do we want for this? Ice, wind, and fire. Trial Jingliu. I'm sold. That's one of mine for sure. Maybe we just have the whole like Xinjiao squad. See, look, we got the boys back together. Check this out. We got the boys back together. I need some fire in there too, don't I? We'll swap you out right now for Tingyun. What's up? Damn, she's looking
After all
alive.
this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile.
Bruh.
It's quite reassuring.
Looking.
Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days.
She's okay as long as she has the blindfold on. Kind of worried that's gonna come off at some point though.
However, I never thought Jingliu would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Such a good English voice. So motherly.
Huh?
Huh? Well, well. Well, you're alive. What? Hi.
I've got my work cut out for me today.
One exiled man from the Luofu. A woman who's supposedly dead.
Well, if it isn't Don Hung.
Yo. Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Gotcha.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100 years' salary if they like.
I'm here about something important.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the general about the Stellaron hunters.
You came at a bad time. The general is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung, do you recognize the person on the steps?
I think so. Feels familiar.
I can't say that I know her, but she does look a little familiar.
Hmm.
Is she a guest of the general's?
You don't remember her?
At all?
I see.
We know.
I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jingliu,
Ooh.
the previous sword champion of the
Oh.
Xianzhou Luofu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the general's master.
It's crazy.
According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazin, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jingliu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight.
Feels bad.
She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in.
What is Mr. Auto Apocalypse planning here? I don't even know Auto though. I just am learning like the beginnings of Honkai Impact Auto stuff.
Her surrender came with one condition.
Just learning about it now.
That she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jing Yuan actually agreed.
She's dangerous.
Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jingliu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
All right, say it a little bit louder so she can hear it. Xingju suddenly stops talking. Like her, you perceive a chill settling in the air around you. Oh shit.
Imbibitor Lune.
Uh-oh.
You're here. Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me?
Okay, yep, sure.
Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Don Hung.
Why'd she say it like that though? I mean, if you want me to, well, I mean, sure, bro. Like,
The moon shines on the truth.
whoa, okay, are you guys frozen, by the way? Sorry, I know it's a little chilly now. Hey, stop holding that stance, bro. What you gonna do, fight? You really wanna fight? What's up?
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the shackling prison. I thought Imbibitor Lunae had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea.
You watched?
After all these years,
Watched?
it was a magnificent sight to behold.
Do I know you at all?
Do we know each other?
We did.
The answer to that is both yes and no. However, your cold and indifferent tone is identical to the person I knew back then.
So many similarities.
If my guess is correct, the preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibitor Lunae's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth, and turned you into what you are now.
Like a hybrid. You also wish to restore the High Elder succession. You want to make Imbibitor Lunae pay for what they've done. Tell me why you're here.
Imbibitor Lunae's actions affected many. Are you here to set things straight?
I, too, am a criminal. What right have I to deliver punishment?
That's true.
I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins.
Is that true, though?
I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago. Jingliu has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
Why? I wonder why he's like, is it just an empathy thing?
So,
You are the one.
that mailed the letter to the Express.
It sounds like her. The tones in it were so ominous and like, I swing my pen like a sword.
That's right.
Why do you say everything like you're trying to seduce me, man? I'm a trailblazer, not a woman gazer. But I'd be down to like hang out.
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe.
Manga.
But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
I genuinely wish I had beaten Honkai Impact 3rd so I can like know the full scale of how much Otto's done.
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
I'm gonna learn soon though. All streamed on Twitch, by the way. Come on down below. Come watch it live.
For security purposes. I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay.
Business is slow.
Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place.
Coincidence, bro.
You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its
Traveling
significance.
merchant.
I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Luofu did not possess what I was looking for.
What were you looking for?
It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone?
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Auto Apocalypse? That's not that hard to say. I don't know if that's the one. It's just...
Hi. Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing.
What
General.
was he gonna say?
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is
He's a
amiss,
knower.
are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
He played Honkai Impact 3rd.
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful
It's
scenery
still so
of
sick.
Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
Damn, say it with your chest.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Ju-Ming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the general.
That's the squad right there.
The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard.
Oh shit. All right, guards, get out of here. We gotta talk about some serious grown-up stuff.
You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to
Jingliu.
now. Your master, Jingliu.
Meanwhile, in the Seat of Divine Foresight. I read a comment earlier. It was in my head.
Out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine,
Foresight.
and reminisce about the good times.
Guys, let's focus on the real important stuff, not what I just said. That we're about to get a glass of wine with this fine and dine.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would.
Are we
make
gonna have
a
a whole
wonderful
tourist quest with her? What does she mean by that?
Lower
His
your
head
guard,
hurts.
young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides,
Surely.
your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me.
You must.
I won't take no for an answer.
Stop saying it like that.
Regardless
God.
of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Nobody done hung. Fine.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first?
I like this
Or to
music
the
shift there.
Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them.
Okay, we'll go around. I don't know. The music shift kind of changed the tone there, but
When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
wow, I wish I was as eloquent as some of these characters sometimes. I wish I could think of a line that's like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable. I can't even say that word. Interminable, mate. She just made that up.
How
I had
hard
to
is
say,
it to choose
it's a long time.
destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
This is the one person in the car when everybody's like, what do we want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? I don't know. I'm down for anything. We're going to Wendy's. We're going to Wendy's.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia, it is.
The young solve the problems, not indecisive like the boomers. I want to learn more about Luocha. That's who I really care about right now. I mean, I like Jingliu too, but Luocha's like interesting right now.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Bro is so impatient.
Young man, have you ever heard
Young man?
of Baihung, the Foxian pilot?
Mm-hmm.
Baihung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Baihung. You've heard it too, haven't you, big guy? The name is unfamiliar to you, and it licks no feelings. However, a voice inexplicitly rings in your ears.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Monka.
Imbibiter Lunae. If memories
It's more about
are
me.
returning to
It's about
you,
me.
share them.
I would do anything you asked me to. Just want to let you know that, by the way. It's not about her. It's about me. It's about me awakening my thoughts. Actually having a real conversation with her as Imbibiter Lunae. I only remember fragments.
I think she was one of Imbibiter Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibiter Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star
That's what we did for Tingyun, right?
Represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day.
Isn't this just littering? Like, littering in space?
As for
I guess we don't really need to worry about
procuring a
litter in
star
space, but
skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but
Throw
I know
them away.
nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me.
okay, well, was that a little send-off for
I
our
don't
friend?
know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard.
Surely not. All right, let me test her out a little bit. Let's see.
Stellaron
Impair.
spirits
Bruh. I will
No
never
need
be
to
ambushed
worry
again.
about the two of us.
How long does it last? Wait, hey, get out from there. Easy, bro. Okay, so I freeze, and then I can also do like, I can just hit him, I guess. Damn. Boom.
Follow
Yeah,
my
still
charge.
Mara shock though. That's kind of annoying.
It's pitiless.
Close to Japaro's ult. Get a shield.
Name of Landau, a will forged in ice,
Oh!
never falters.
Never die. I would be down to spin for her.
Welcome,
She's
customers.
like one of my favorite looking characters. I'm so modest when I buy this stuff on these games. I mean, even with Genshin, I only try to top up when there's like good bonuses or like I'm doing it for content. I guess this is for a video, but
There's no time to
I
lose.
don't know.
Hope you're prepared.
I have really good self-control unless I have a single roll and then I have to use it. Let's buff her. Kind of want to buff her and then use her single target. Damn. I didn't get a 0 ult yet, but I have it built up now. Okay, cool. So her stats for a trial are going to be 58 over... Why is it not just 60? Do they do this for all trials? Whoa. The idle animation, bro. Okay, so she's going to start fighting that later. Start this. Investigate.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. I remember now. I've seen Baihung's name in books before.
You like to read?
Nerd.
I couldn't tell.
Hey, I don't read much, but the general forced me to finish a bunch of
He said,
ancient
"I'm not a
volumes during my
nerd."
training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff. The author's name was Bai Hung.
She wrote books too?
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems.
So she was a nerd.
I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
She crashed a lot. She crashed a plane multiple times and then just like survived.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth. Or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines.
She was very, very like edgy, always risking it, going on dangerous missions.
Very few star skiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events. Inauspicious ones, at least.
Inauspicious.
Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true.
Really?
Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions.
So how dangerous it was going to be.
However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide.
So like some Fushwan power or something like that.
Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Send it off, man. Before long, the Starskiff assembly line started to operate.
The Starskiff assembly line has been activated.
Let's go send her off, man.
The Starskiff will take
Foxy
shape
and
enter the
funeral.
skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
All right, let's wait for it and send her off.
Thank you, young man.
I wish you would talk to me like that. Man.
See, the Starskiff is complete.
These Starskiffs are so small, you know, they look just like Wave Riders in Genshin.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can
07.
finally say farewell to you.
Hi, little buddy.
So, what happened to Bai Hung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her.
She definitely didn't get lucky every time.
In Bibiter Lune, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
Shuhu? There's a bloody battle against the denizens of Abundance. Dan Feng fought that battle. I can't remember it.
The Abundance Emanator, Shu Hu, rallied a great army and attacked the Alliance.
Shuhu?
I read about it in the shackling prison.
Ah, you read about
You
it.
seem to be interested in learning about your past life. Still, all of that was erased. After Shuhu attacked the borders, he disappeared without a trace. There are no records of his remains either.
So after Shuhu attacked the borders, he disappeared.
Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Bai Hung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter.
Sorry, are we talking about her death story now, potentially? Actually, you just said let's not do that.
She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay.
Okay, you just said you weren't going to talk about it, and then you immediately started talking about it right, like the exact line after you started talking about it. So doing that allowed the Shinzo soldiers to break through the abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She actually like saved it.
For the
Like,
Cloud Knights,
one line after
giving
immediately
up
started.
one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in. Imbibitor Lune.
Well, I'm done, Hong, so I don't know who that is, but
You couldn't accept that Bai Hung was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone.
is that tone like kind of aggressive? Are you kind of like mad at me still? That sounded like you kind of have a little bit of angst there. Yeah, that wasn't me, but that was not me. By the way, it was the body, but me is me different. Don't look at me like that.
There is no need to respond, Imbibitor Lune. Your answer is no longer important. And now,
Well, make me feel bad, will
I
ya?
will send off this star skiff.
Goodbye. Bai Hong, goodbye. Release the scar skiff. Monka, looking.
Bai Hung, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade
Flagon.
by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed.
Nightmares.
I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky.
Bruh. 07. She's gone. Goodbye, Bai Hong.
Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next.
I can feel that happy-go-lucky drinking wine, fine and dine energy gone now. So, do you want a sip of some whiskey or something? Let's just all calm down. It's in the past, you know, sure, yeah. The Artisanship Commission. This is where we had the fight with the big deer, right?
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Cienjo's incompetence.
See, I feel like you're just living in the past a lot, girl. Let's just like live for the now, you know what I mean?
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door?
Damn!
From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
Yeah, but yeah, that's actually just true. Well, no, you have a point.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
We got lucky that Trailblazer showed up.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
Let's go.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Don't know if I can let you out of my sight. I want to fight
Why did
her.
you send him away?
It is of
Why did he
no
listen?
importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
Ain't no way right now. Let's go.
I don't plan on fighting.
Here you're gonna, whether you like it or not, brother.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you?
Okay, bro. You do motivate me yourself. Let's just make that clear. Whoa, bam! Woo! All right, let's see what this
Even after
looks
your
like.
rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed.
Let's
one
buff
bit.
her.
When I move, it's like
I belong
Like
here.
You never forgot.
I never forgot. Let me slow-mo her ult just to see what it looks like.
Be revealed.
Ult.
In
Whoa.
lunar flame.
Bam. Oh.
A blade of moonlight.
That is so clean. Damn, I love that.
There's no time
Yeah,
to
that
lose.
is actually so incredibly clean.
This ends here.
Let's use Impair. Bam, you're back.
Seize the moment.
Buff, you.
Ready for death.
Pure insanity of a character. Pure insanity, bro.
Come on already.
Stop being so whiny, brat. Support, bam.
This spear still
Leave Yanqing alone?
recognizes you as
Bro
its
is yapping.
master.
Okay, I have all my ults.
Imbibiter Lunae. Do you know who crafted it for you?
Why does she say every line as if
It's been
she's
with me
trying to
ever
lure
since
me in
my
with a
exile.
rope?
I don't remember when I started wielding it.
She's trying to reel me in with a little rope. It's like some kind of dark room. Bro, this guy's got such a hefty shield. Oh my god.
1,000 wonders to raise. Fight
Boom.
is fun.
Ult almost back. Give me Lenny
Show no
soon
mercy.
too. Bow. Shield
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice.
never falters. Oh yeah.
Friends.
Support. Bam.
Ready for death.
There's no time to lose.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Bam. Bro, the Marshak reviving is so endless. Oh my god. Okay,
Conflict.
let's do the AoE attack.
This ends here.
And like that. So, okay, normal.
Nowhere to run.
And then E. Dedge. Beautiful girl. Absolutely
you can
beautiful.
Continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything.
I have, so.
But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibiter Lunae's.
Got no horns. Okay, that's the big difference.
Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember?
No.
Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really.
This is the one I know the least
see
about.
Someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
Yingxing? Try hard to remember. In your dreams, you see a man with an indecent face, standing arrogantly and irreverently in front of a gun rack where the Cloudpiercer is placed. The spear is sharp enough.
Sharp enough to pierce dragon scales. Be careful, High Elder, lest you hurt yourself with it.
Yingxing.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100
Yonching right
years
now.
old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder.
When he was 100 years old, he was boasting about mastering it all when he was only 100. God, to be young again, am I right?
At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission.
Short life.
He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
Bro, she's really trying to trigger all of my memories. That sounds awfully racist of them, by the way, too. I feel like the Lafu has some racist tones in it here and there, you know? They always got that vibe. Some of these people around here.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Buddy took it as a competition.
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply
Thanks for the
couldn't
look.
keep up
I appreciate the
with you.
raid.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Not these people, I mean like
Eavesdropping is
some
a
of the
bad
Shinjalafu.
habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
Monka. He's still alive? He's become a long life species?
He transformed into a long life species?
Mara moment.
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny.
Bruh.
Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads.
Now Don wants to know where he's at.
Smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid in Bibiter Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion.
So he was the accomplice.
His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
Yanqing and Don Hong are like, you hearing this shit? You hearing that?
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
She was a lot more sad when saying goodbye to her Foxian friend. A second chance?
What did you do to him?
Monka.
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom.
Huh?
I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name.
Which was?
We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
Blade. Bro, she just dropping huge bits of lore on what she's done to people as we're just walking around touring. Where's the wine? Where's the pasta dinner date? Back
Follower
with
of the Rainbow
Lyocha now.
Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance.
Yeah, witnesses to the catastrophe brought by the plagues of the author, General.
What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
Why does he always say it so pensively? General.
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's
Like he's
edict
being joking.
to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshe dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest.
I can't wait until this game finally allows us to kill an eon one day. Or we stab one through the heart and the whole universe gets shooken up. We killed a god?
So, in order to sever Yaoshe's curse, one must look to the source for a different
It's gonna happen,
solution.
trust.
Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
Many worlds.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
Am I going crazy, or is that also where Jingliu just said we're heading next? Are we about to meet up with her on the shoot? Is that also where they're heading to next?
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter
It's a different place for now?
and stand
Oh.
before the six
I thought that's where they said they're gonna go
generals, even
next.
the Marshal. That is your true agenda.
To stand in front of the 6 generals, even the Martia.
And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingliu.
Oh shit! Hey man, we were just thinking about you.
Would never have admitted he was bested.
Bruh. I grew up. I got more mature. He's here! Looking respectfully, right? Hopefully. They keep switching back and forth. Give me more Blade content. Bailu. Right.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation.
We watched a video, the lore video about Bailu. What was the one line that was like the shocker theory? Was it that she is the incarnation of Baihong? Yeah, Baihong is Bailu. That is the theory. That was the crazy theory, but it's making more sense as we go. Bailu could be a product of Baihong being manipulated by Mimiro Lune and Blade's doings, you know?
Patience, young man. We're
Not because they have
far
Bai,
from
but
Scale Gorge,
how they brought her
Waterscape.
back to life.
The mission the general tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Manga? Okay, but it makes sense because the way it was manipulated was like the reincarnation or rebirthing of a Vidyadhara. That's the way her Foxian body went through it. So she could be the result.
Dunhung, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
So she instantly like looked to check up on me here too. Well, that might just be because she's a doctor. I was about to say, oh, maybe like Baihong's like, oh, let me take care of Lune. Like,
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
a doctor's appointment.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes?
Do not
Or
show
is it
your
something
eyes.
else?
Do not.
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Beer? I don't know. No. Maybe Ambien. Let's go Ambien.
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. But who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse.
Wonka.
You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look.
Translucent worms. Violet's taking someone's pulse.
Your hand! It's freezing!
Are you alive?
Please wait. Danheng, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition.
It's called frostbite.
Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she...
Barely alive? She won't live much longer.
She won't live much longer.
Let
Oh,
the healer make
done.
the professional diagnosis.
Yeah, buddy.
Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core essay and her veins.
Right.
I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Decline respectfully. Decline directly. No.
She's a criminal.
Oh.
That's up to the Cloud Knights
She's
and the
a
Ten
criminal.
Lords Commission.
Oh, talk about not judging a book by its cover. She looks so kind and elegant. How could she be a criminal? Not my concern.
Not my problem.
I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on.
Is that the solution to a frostbite body?
Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion.
Right.
It won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus
Pretty
were
people
expelled,
aren't criminals. Bye,
things
Lou.
have been a mess around here.
True. Who would have ever guessed?
Danheng, you mind coming
Spa
with me
day
and
would do it
change my
for her.
medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
I'm in trouble. I need help.
No. No trouble at all.
Why is she acting like this?
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
Come here. I know you're Bai-Hung. I know you are. I know what you are.
I can smell the
Trying to avoid her.
It's around. Hey! Give me back my medicine box!
Did this thing take it? Oh my god. Come back. Oh my god, he's so speedy. Oh, he brought me to the big monkey. The boss monkey. So two animals walk into a bar. Anyways, hello.
There's an even bigger monster protecting this one!
We'll clear the floor with them. Don't even worry. Also, how are they out here?
When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
I hate dealing with these monkeys.
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady.
Dragon Lady.
Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
Uh-huh. Whoa. Whoa!
We're in trouble now.
Alright, let's, well, I don't have fire. That's kind of bad, but it's fine, because I can buff you. And then you can hit as a single target here. Really big damage.
So this is why your hands are so cold!
Because you fight with fucking ice. You was gonna hit a little bit. I don't remember how this works. Damage boost. Wow. We could use that shield any minute now, Chapard. Gonna buff you again. Attack.
Cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand.
Okay, we really do need a shield any minute now. That'd be great. Ult. That should do a little bit of damage. When does Lenny come in? Oh, he's all the way at the bottom. What the heck? Okay, I am really weak.
Wonders to raise your spirits.
You first.
Fight is fun.
Okay, and now we are gonna impair and get my ult. Hit that bad boy.
A will forged in ice.
Get a nice hefty shield on everybody.
Let's be friends.
And I'll actually just normal attack here.
Tedious.
Tedious. Ult.
Blade of moonlight.
What are these stats stuck? I don't play this game. I don't play this game very much. Okay.
Ready for death.
This is my first time on in literally months, but I'm still clearing it. It's okay. It's okay. I got a hefty Japard. It's fine. It's fine. I play enough. Okay. This is fine. I'll give you another one. I'll give you another one.
This ends here.
Let's stack up.
Nowhere to run.
And blast. Still, it's absolutely fine. 10k is fine. Damn! We really gotta take out this guy over here too. We'll buff Jingliu since he's up next. We almost have ult.
Ready for death.
Regenerate Gusto. Bam.
All will
Ult.
be revealed in lunar flame.
That's not the prettiest job in the world, but it's doing it. As long as I can get through the story, that's all I care about. That's all you should ever care about. And I don't have any more stacks built up. That's awesome.
Stand down.
Shield gone. I'm worried. I'm really worried. Oh no! Let's get that ult back for you. Okay, good, and we win.
In lunar flame.
No death, we win. Cutting it close, but we did it.
All right, let me make sure nothing's missing.
First try.
The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long.
You good, Jingliu? What's up? I got 1 health right now. Tingyun is actually, this is not a joke. She's on life support. Like, no joke. Not even canon material in the story. Lore accurate.
Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Canon event.
Very well. The fate of a long life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations.
You just wait till I take this mask off.
You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes and plenty of unfinished business.
What do you mean by that?
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Bro, if she sees Jingliu and she takes her mask off, she's gonna lose it. She's gonna lose her mind.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence.
Okay, just forget about that. You'll do better. You'll live a little longer.
All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void.
Kurapika is now drowning in despair and emptiness. What is the line? It's similar to that. Same eyes, too.
Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Monka.
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure.
Blade.
We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times.
But lady.
Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Really tall and handsome. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Came to see the
Someone
doctor?
came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
First said, no thanks.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine.
Jingu
Well
hand.
then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
Now? We're going now? Oh, we're going now. Everybody sit up. Hold on, wait. Monka. Lay pulls up on the scene. Okay, I pull up. Meeting all of my dead friends. Hey, what's up, guys? We're all... It's a very weird stare off here.
Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Get the prisoner out of here, auto-apocalypse. Whoever you are, I don't even know you. Yanqing, don't lose another fight here. Be strong, kid, be strong. Looking. So,
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years.
we just need Bailu here now, because she is definitely Bai Hong, and I subscribe to that.
If I remember correctly, the five of us made a promise here
There's only
7
4.
centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink.
Monka.
How sad that Scale Gorge water
It's a reunion.
empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried.
She's gonna go out with a bang.
This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people,
Oh, shit.
3 must pay a price.
You're not gonna like attack me right now, are you?
Imbiber the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum
Sin
as
number
a
1.
means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen.
Just want to point out that I'm Don Hung again. I don't know if you forgot that or not, but I'm Don Hung. Okay, continue.
Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant
Well,
and
he's Blade now,
oblivious,
so.
use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination.
Well, they were gay, you know? So they were... I mean, you would do it for your significant other, so... They probably were. That's why they did it.
As for Jingliu, the sinner,
He's the only
she
one remaining.
succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done.
So what about those drinks, though? About that
Dan
sake.
Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lune. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name.
New guy.
In the remainder of your
Look at his hair.
infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death.
Damn.
All the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's
His face is like,
regrets.
are you sure about that? Is this going down right now?
And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away.
Wow.
High Cloud Quintet. It is time to say goodbye.
They're just so silent letting her talk. What did you mean by that, ma'am? Look, it's me, I'm you. Don't do that. Let's have drinks instead. Come on, guys. Drinks on Blade. Woo! Drinks. I'm gonna climb on this and start twerking. Blade coldly looks at you. All right, fine. Not a very happy crowd, are we today?
A wineless gathering.
Well,
accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion.
you could have brought some. Just saying, bro. Like,
Jingliu, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi.
Yuchi.
I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened
I know
to
what
take
that
an
is.
interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier.
Deca-light
in hopes of
reflection.
meeting the two of you before.
Deca-light reflection. Anybody ever wonder where Kafka went away to, by the way? Like, I just like been thinking about that ever since she dropped Blade off to us. Like, she hanging out with Elio now, or
Jingliu,
she back on her planet?
You haven't changed at all. Always trying
She's
to
around,
destroy
probably.
the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
You just say a lot of stuff sometimes, man. Like, are you sure about that? Are you sure you will?
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
Which is a duel or a hug or...
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body,
Like, kill me,
there is
please.
nothing
Murder
else I
me.
can do for you.
Set me free.
The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
Stab me in the chest. Step on me. Bro, are they actually gonna try to kill him?
I told you when I taught
gonna try.
you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life.
I want to live.
Who wants only to be slaughtered.
Well, I want to live. I kind of like my life. Don't kill me. Because if you kill me, don't kill me. Don't kill me.
You will only draw against an opponent.
He's gonna start launching. Here he comes.
Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Oh.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death.
Gives me 5 lines about why I'm not gonna kill you because I know you want to die. He's like, okay, fine, then I'll raise my sword. She's like, prepare to die, bitch. just do it, man. I get you like principles that are just kill me. Just kill me. Oh, here we go.
We were here once, 700 years ago.
He's ready to die.
Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future.
Bruh.
Their faces still linger before my
The
eyes,
dodge!
like a bygone dream.
Oh. It hurts.
I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us. Like
I just want one more drink. Oh.
Yet,
It's off.
Will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
Ah. Holy shit. Talk about Genshin Impact right there, bro.
Familiar feeling.
Okay, as soon as the mask came off, that was a whole nother game. That was a one shot into the ground. 07.
Almost as if
It should have been me.
returned to my first sword lesson.
07's all around for Blade. I think he's gonna die.
You used the
He's not
sword
gonna really die,
Insane
right?
crafted and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again.
Oh, well, he's gonna die. Oh, yeah. No, he's got a sword through his heart.
The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell.
All the scars,
All I
look.
can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored.
He can't die.
It's as if they're saying,
Why?
why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer.
Why?
Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again?
Bro, look at that scene. They're all so happy. They're all so happy. Other than him. He's just like himself. Honestly, the more I look at Baihong too, she kind of got a Bailu face. Like her eyes kind of look like Bailu. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy and seeing what I want to see now, but...
Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away.
Oh.
Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Take a shot. If you're watching this right now, take a shot. Open a bottle, whatever you got, pause the video. Take a shot. Pour one out into your mouth for this group. Poor group. Surely he dies now, like that killed him, right? God dang it, bro. Bro can't die. He's back. He would survive a nuclear bomb. He can't die until this like curse is relinquished. Of course he's back. You really thought it was gonna be that easy? You really thought it was gonna be that easy? Bro's still here. Where's Otto?
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
Okay, my name's Don Hong, and I'm also gonna go to like Kafka's planet probably, because that sounds pretty fun. I'm gonna go to the Express.
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
I wonder where we're gonna go next.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own. just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day.
Revenge.
Always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end.
Come deal with it.
Maybe
She's sacrificing herself.
when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release.
Huh.
Goodbye, Imbibitor Lune.
So one day, if the abundance falls, Blade actually might get the rest. And that little thing lingering on inside of Dan Heng, Dan Feng, will be able to rest too. That'd be a good wrap up if that actually happens. That'd be a sick way to wrap a big story up with them too. So how you feeling, man? Bye.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it.
All this whole thing to get him another attempted death, and he still couldn't do it. Blade coldly looks at you.
We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must
So
pay.
his whole goal now is just to like die forever. Just give up if you wish I'd see it through.
Neither of us can end the other's life. Just give up.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now.
Kind of forget he's still a part of that group.
I don't mind prolonging my vengeance.
For making me this way.
It might be more interesting that way.
Bro, if somebody says that to me, I'm fighting on sight. I'm fighting. Oh. He can't die. Never mind. I'm not fighting him on sight. Thank you for sparing me. I kind of forgot that. All right. Yanqing, how you feeling? Where's Otto?
Dan Heng, the general wants me to forget about everything I saw today.
Like a Men in Black, like eraser. Forget it all.
I understand.
Go home, man.
These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler.
Swing the sword, happy man.
I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
Yeah.
Goodbye for now.
Probably.
Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
This is a depressing tone, man. Blade's already gone. Okay, awesome. And now we're about to send Jingliu to her death. His master. Send her away.
She's gone.
Oh, she left. Never mind. I thought she was turning herself in for good.
All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another.
Bro, it's like if March and Dan Heng were like to want to kill each other. That'd be hard. And then like the Trailblazers like, bro, come on though. Himiko and Pom Pom goes evil. Imagine.
Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth.
I gotta go.
Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
He sounds so depressed. That is the most depressing end of a quest I've ever experienced. Oh my god. I'm so sad now. Is everything okay, Dan Heng? Duck and I heard you received a letter and we're worried. So we came to check on you, but there were nothing in the archives. You weren't there. Did that poker-faced Stellaron Hunter Blade give you any trouble again? I'm okay. I want to meet some old friends. Phew, that's a relief. Dude, I feel like one day Marsh and Trailblazer and everybody on the Express will have some big issues. I can't wait till a late game Star Rail where everybody's like in shambles. We understand all the lore. And it's all gonna be so painful. By the way, don't forget to head back to the Express early. Himiko said she made his coffee. Like, don't forget these moments. One day when it's 5 years from now and I'm still posting content on Star Rail, we're all crying because it's all over and Dan Hong, March 7th, everybody's dead. Oh, we're gonna miss Himiko's coffee. It's all over. I'm so sad. Thanks for watching, YouTube. It's been a really, really fun time. Hopefully you enjoyed the quest. Quick reminder, if you made it to the end of the video, to subscribe. To come on down, first link below, to the longest stream of all time. I've been live on Twitch for 40 days as of today, and every time you sub, it adds more time to this timer. It might be up by the time you see this video, and if it is, well, you missed it. I don't know how you missed it. It was 40 days long. Whatever. Let me know what you thought about this down below. I'll see you guys for more Star Wars content soon. Take it easy.